everyone, Andre here with Baseball Canada, back with Wayne with a more delicate topic today, talking about dealing with difficult parents. So Wayne, you've been coaching for years, you've been dealing with players with their parents. So what could be the key principles on how to deal with more difficult parents?
Andre, the strategy begins at the beginning of the season in your parent meeting. You have to introduce the topic of roles and responsibilities and conflict at that parent meeting. Once you have that in place, one of the key things is to assign a role for through one of your parents to be the point of contact whenever there is a difficult situation, either coming from the parents or, in this case, when we're talking about dealing with difficult parents, have the coach go to that person to address that parent.
So let's take a clear example. That's something that can happen like something that can happen often during the course of the year, where a parent is complaining about the playing time of his son or his daughter. So how could you handle a situation like this one?
Well, that's probably the most prevalent complaint that we'll see in a baseball environment is about playing time. Once again, the most important thing here is for the coach to have somebody keeping track of the playing time for the players. Now, there are a lot of variables here. Position, what position does the player play? How often do they get into a defensive position, or pitching rules may come into play and affect how often they play. Where do they hit in the batting order? So, one of the key things we have to understand here when it comes to measuring playing time is what exactly are we measuring? Are we measuring at bats? Are we measuring number of innings? So the opportunity here is to have somebody keep track of all of that information.
And then let's keep in mind also that some parents may come to the field like 2 or 3 times during the course of the summer, and it happens that during those 2 or 3 times that their son or daughters are not playing. So try to keep things also in perspective. Let's take a look at another example where you find a parent that is complaining more than others. You can hear that parent during practices, during games. How would you handle that type of situation?
Well, once again, we have somebody among the parent group that is the liaison for situations like this. The most important thing here, Andre, is to listen to the parent, listen to their complaint, hear what they have to say, and address it accordingly. Complaints can be a number of things, go back to playing time. Any variable parents could be complaining about, but the most important thing is to listen, have a meeting with the parents. Make sure that meeting does not occur one-on-one. Make sure that your ombudsperson or your team liaison is part of that meeting so that we have a different set of ears listening to the conversation as well.
And maybe another thing to consider in conclusion is for that type of parent, what you could do is give them tasks. You can give them tasks on tracking, like doing the pitch count, doing some video filming, whatsoever, so the parent can feel a bit more part of the team, and then you can avoid those type of problems. Thank you, Wayne. Good luck, everyone.